Good afternoon, evening, guys and girls. Rob here with you. Week 3 NFL. Don't forget, the U.S. did win the Ryder Cup, and I'm donning my Ryder Cup gear for the year. I'll try to wear that next time I go golf. So whenever that is, I'll try to make it sure I do it. Let's run through the scores. A lot of road teams won today. Over Thursday night, Panthers beat the Texans 24-9, and they covered. Today, the Titans at home 25-16 over the Colts. Colts in a bad way. They're 0-3. I think they're 0-3 now. They're not in very good shape. Titans covered to 5.5 points. Falcons went on the road to New York to play the Giants. Giants 3.5-point favorites. Falcons didn't care. They came in, beat them straight up, 17-14. What's up, Keith? Falcons did that, and the whole Jabroni crew, we all picked the Falcons there. We liked that pick. Chargers upset the Chiefs. Chiefs 6.5-point favorites. Chargers said we don't need it. 30-24, and Tribe says I will take the Chargers, and he'll get a point on that one. That won't be the only one he gets. Steelers 4.5-point favorites today at home against Cincinnati. Cincinnati outright 24-10. Tribe will also take that one to the bank with him as well. Well, as soon as you think Tribe is running away with it, here comes Keith right here. Browns 7.5-point dogs. They don't care. They cover 20 points easily, 26-6 over the lowly Bears. The Lions, Harris and Keith in this one right here, take the Lions. The lowly Lions, nobody gave them a chance. 8-point dogs, and they covered today, 19-17. Ravens win, Lions cover easily. Saints and the Patriots. The Patriots 3.5-point favorites. The Saints play like week 1. Put 28 on the board and hold the Patriots to 13. 28-13. And that was one we just wouldn't have touched this week. We would not have messed with it. Next one. All of us like this one, Big Keith. Keith liked the Jags for some reason. We all like the Cards. 7.5-point favorites. They win 31-19 Cardinals. Stay on the roll. John Wise went with Washington this week. Washington was not the pick here, folks. Buffalo, 8.5-point favorites. They could have been 25-point favorites, and they still would have covered. They could have been 21-point favorites, and they would have covered. 43-21. The Bills, they rocked the world with the Washington football team. The lowly Jets, John Wise thought, well, the Broncos can't be 11 points better. How about 26 points better? 26-0. The Broncos rocked and rolled the Jets this week. The Jets are in line for number 1 overall pick. I think that's going to happen. The Dolphins and the Raiders, they go to overtime. And the Raiders fans are hoping that they get it in the end zone. If 4.5-point favorites, they kick a field goal. The Dolphins covered. None of us had that one. And that was just not good. But the Raiders now 3-0, perhaps the best team in the AFC. Believe it or not, they could be that. Seahawks traveled to the Vikings. They're just not traveling well lately. I don't know what's wrong with the Seahawks. Vikings put 30 on the board today. Seahawks are 1.5-point favorites. Do not worry about it. The Vikings covered that. I mean, the Vikings take it and they say, oh, we're going to run with it. And they ran with that one. Not a bad deal at all. Next, 2 unbeatens, the Bucks and the Rams meet in the L.A. in the new, not the Coliseum, but their new stadium. And it was a half point either way here. So it was a pick'em game. I like the Bucks in this game. Clearly, the Rams at home are the best, maybe the best home team of every team out there. I like Seattle at home. I like Dallas at home. I like the Eagles at home. This Rams team at home, may be the best home team advantage anybody's got out there at all. And don't forget, this year the Super Bowl will be played in LA. Yeah, that's got to be concerning to some of the Tampa Bay fans, some of the Dallas fans, some of the Green Bay fans. What's up, Dez? Although Green Bay, I still think they are a joke. We will find out about that tonight. We got the Packers and the 49ers, 3.5-point favorites. The 49ers are. I'm going to tell you right now, we did not give final scores this week. I think they are double digits better this week. I like the 49ers. I like them big in this game. Eagles going to travel to the Cowboys tomorrow night, 4.5 points. I'm taking the Eagles, but I think they maybe lose by a field goal. I think they could lose by a field goal. Let's go to the chat. Are the Rams the best team in the NFC thus far? Yes, no doubt about it. Rivera needs a new job. They are no doubt, undoubtedly. Are the Chiefs in trouble? Yes, the Chiefs are officially in trouble. The Chiefs cannot find a way to get the ball down the field. Once the last Super Bowl, when you found out that if you rush their quarterback from the outside and make him run backwards, he'll just continue to run backwards. He has not ran forward since. I just think that the Chiefs could be in a bad way before it's over with. We'll see what's happening there, but they got to be concerned. They're 1-2 right now, and the Raiders are 3-0. Raiders are 3-0, and we'll see what happens there. Pretty sad Stafford has to change teams to possibly win a Super Bowl. That won't happen. That won't happen. I'm going to come out and say it right now, okay? The Rams will not win a Super Bowl. The Rams will not win a Super Bowl. They have not won against their NFC West rivals. Once that starts, once they start playing the Seahawks, once they start playing the Cardinals, once they start playing the 49ers, we will show you where Stafford lies. And I don't think it's way up here. I think it's down a little bit. I'm not concerned. Too many injuries for us. We played the Rams at full strength, and it's a different game. Tampa's not concerned anyway right now. Tampa. Look, anytime Tom ever played for when he was playing for New England, all they wanted was 12 wins, 12-4, 12 and this year would be 12-5. All they want to do is win the division. They're happy. Panthers, Cardinals, Broncos, and Raiders are 3-0. Who would have predicted that? No way. No. Cardinals are playing out of their mind. Probably. You know what? I said just now the Rams are the best NFC team. I think the Cardinals may be. I think when the Cardinals play the Rams, I think the Cardinals will beat the Rams. Roger Ward. Depending on injury severity, we need to address the secondary due to lack of depth. The biggest flop so far on defense has got to be the Washington football team. They allowed 43 points today to a Buffalo Bills team that couldn't move the ball at all the first couple of weeks. They just could not move the ball. 43 points today. You might think the 49ers are after tonight. Maybe. I think the 49ers can – I think the Packers are not that good a team. So I'm not going to judge the 49ers on what they do tonight. This is a national televised game at home against a team that I think is a lesser opponent. I'm sorry. I do not think the Packers are a top 5 NFC team right now. I just don't think they are. I think they're lacking a lot in the secondary. I don't think they have much in the offensive line. And I got a feeling number 12 is going to be on his ass a lot tonight. So Andy Reid left in an ambulance. Oh, wow, really? We're going to see what, so far to me, and you said 2 AFC, 2 NFC teams. Let me ask the crowd. Let me ask the crowd: the Panthers or the Cardinals? Or see the Rams? Are they 2-1? Maybe the Rams are 2-1. Maybe they lost one. Panthers or Cardinals? Who's the better team in the NFC? Panthers or Cardinals? Who's the better team? You guys tell me. Panthers or Cardinals? Rams. All right, put the Rams up there too. Panthers, Cardinals, and Rams. Panthers, Cardinals, and Rams. Let's put all three out there. Panthers, Cardinals, and Rams. Right after Dez. So Dez and Matt, you'll have to put your new Dez says the Rams. Roger says the Rams. How about Matt Sharver? You put yours up there. Keith says the Rams. I say the Cardinals right now. I say the Cardinals. We'll see. We'll see. I just think Matt Stafford is not as great as everybody thinks he is. I think he's a very good quarterback, but I think that Cardinals defense is so much better than the Rams defense. I really do. Got a picture to show you guys. Happy 12th anniversary to my wife, my lovely wife, and myself. We've been married 12 years today. We had our photo taken together, and this was dessert at the Mexican restaurant. And then we got us sopapilla. 12 years, and I wanted to thank my wife for putting up with me for that long. We've been together 16 years. But we've been married today 12 years. I don't know. I think I like the Cardinals the best. I think the Cardinals have a little bit better defense. Maybe not a lot, but I like their offensive capabilities. I know the Rams can throw the ball up and down the field on everybody. I wonder if they can do it on the Cardinals. It's going to be a good game. Cardinals and Rams are going to be an excellent game. Broncos, Raiders. Who do you like better, guys? Broncos, Raiders. If they met on a neutral field, Broncos, Raiders. Who do you like better? I know which team I think I like a little bit better here. There's one team I think Roger says he likes the Broncos. Dad says he likes the Raiders. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it. Broncos and Raiders. Who do you think is a better team right now? Right now, if they played on a neutral field, who do you like better? Raiders played some tough teams. Raiders has played some good teams. The Broncos today, they played the Dolphins, and the Raiders today, they play. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Raiders played the Dolphins. The Broncos played the Jets. Neither one played the most, the toughest team. I think I like the Raiders by just a little bit better. Raiders go, and look, Phillies can't start losing now. They have to win out. Yeah, they're 2.5 out now. They're in trouble. The problem with Kansas City is this: they're 1-2. They've got to pass the Broncos. They got to pass the Raiders. Now, I understand it's only the third week of the season. Okay, I understand that. But they've got a first-place schedule where the other teams do not have a first-place schedule. Chargers might be the best team in the West. I like the Raiders better. Chargers. I'm not sure the Raiders are not the best team in the AFC. I really like the Raiders. And them moving to Vegas has got to be a good thing. Let's flip the page here. Broncos are the best team in the AFC West, says Roger. I like the Raiders better. Let me flip the page here. We got a giveaway to do. Don Heston, he picked Tampa. They lost. He picked Pittsburgh. They lost. That's 2 losses for Don. Frank Wainscott picked the Bucks. They lost. He picked the Steelers. They lost. John Wise picked Kansas City. They lost. They picked Tampa Bay. They lost. Ole Niemela did not give me a point total. Ole Niemela, he picked Kansas City. They lost. He went 4-1. Roger Ward, he picked Kansas City. They lost, but he gave me a point total. Roger Ward is the winner. He will be the recipient of the game. What we have over here. I'll be shipping it out on Tuesday. Roger Ward. I'll be shipping out Demo Derby. Yeah. So Roger Ward is our winner. He wins it. We don't have to worry about Monday night. Anybody worried about Monday? Roger already had 4 wins. Everybody else had 2 losses. So a couple people had San Francisco tonight. Did not matter. You had already had 2 losses. Roger Ward with Buffalo wins. Denver wins. Tennessee wins. Cleveland wins. Hey, Roger, this is coming from our buddy. This one's coming from our buddy. We'll unite with beans and weenies. Yeah. You know what? He said he actually had so many. Arnold Hunter sent it to me. Okay. So Arnold sent it to me. Yep. Arnold sent it to me and said, do a giveaway. So we're going to have a giveaway. And we did. I'm going to rip this off. I'll repack it. We'll send it out. We'll have it out by Tuesday. May have it out tomorrow. So Roger's got to try to have what did you think of the 66-yard field goal made by Justin Tucker, Rob? I did not see it. I cannot say I did. I did not say it. But that's USA did smoke the Europeans. I'm wearing my Ryder Cup gear. Congratulations to DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka, who hugged it out after it was over with. It wasn't a big hug, but it was a hug. MVP had to be Dustin Johnson. And look, I'm sorry, but with being the captain, did you see that Ohio State linebacker last night? I did not. You can tell us more about it. With being a captain, you have to accept the blame. How did you know that, Keith White? I'm talking about, reunite. We're going to unite with beans and weenies. When you're the captain, you have to accept where you messed up. And they totally screwed up. Westwood was on the team and bringing Ian Poulter in. Ian Poulter did nothing for this team. He won a point today. Yeah, he won a point today. But he did not do any lifting of this team at all. He did no heavy lifting. Justin Rose would have been a rock. Justin Rose would have played 4 rounds. He probably would have won 2 or 3. I did not understand those picks. I understand you only get 3 picks when you're the European captain, but they can change that if they decide to. The PGA Tour of America changed it. Congrats to the American team. It was they played well. The best, 19 to 9? I think it's what it was. 19 to 9. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. So not bad at all. College games yesterday, obviously. Only 3 road teams won yesterday in the top 25. 3. And one of them was a Georgia team that put the shellacking on Vanderbilt 62-0. Another road team that won was UCLA. None of us took the UCLA team. We all think maybe they're still a joke. We'll see what they're all about when they play Oregon. They did beat up on Stanford 35-24. And Notre Dame. I liked them this week. 6.5 was way too many points, and I did not take them at all. I just was not going to. I was not going to take that bait hook. And 41-13, Notre Dame just put a shellacking on Wisconsin. There's no doubt about it. Alabama is your number 1 team going into next week. Georgia, I think, has to be number 2. Oregon, bless you. Oregon has to be the number 3 team. Now, there's got to be a change at number 4. Can Oklahoma, let me ask you guys this. Should Oklahoma stay at number 4 after sliding by and beating West Virginia 16-13? I don't think so. I don't think you can be a top 10 in the country and play a team that's unranked to a field goal game and stay up there. I don't think you can. I think Iowa, as much as they had problems with Colorado State, they did win by two. They won by 2 scores. I think Iowa moves up. Kevon Pope was escorted to the locker room by a team official during the second quarter, following a heated exchange with coaches on the sideline. In a pair of since-deleted tweets, Pope later wrote that the second quarter, good luck to my teammates. And now, let me ask you this. Kevon Pope, was he a Ohio State? Is he a Buckeye? Good luck to my teammates, but is he just saying, yeah, good luck to the folks I played with, but Ohio State can go? He was a Buckeye, but not even. Okay. All right. Yeah. There's no place for that. Yeah. Trash dumps, man. We got rid of trash dump of the week, and now trash dumps are everywhere. Trash dumps everywhere, folks. They're everywhere. Yeah. You guys tell me, who is better, Michigan or Michigan State right now? I think Michigan's a little bit better. Where are they playing at this year? Diaz, help me out. Tell me where they play at this year and how late in the season. I think the Wolverines are a little better. I'm with Roger. I think Michigan State's had some problems this year, but they play in East Lansing. That's going to be an excellent game. That'll be an excellent game. It really will be. And Notre Dame next week. Which NFL coaches will get fired? None deserve it more than Washington football coach. Washington needs to get rid of their coach now. Washington needs to fire their coach now. Who else could be in trouble? And East Lansing, Sparty might keep. And it won't be a touchdown game. It probably won't be a field goal game. How long has Matt Nagy been at Chicago? How long has Matt Nagy been there? I was just going to ask. How long has Nagy been at Chicago? Is this his 4th year? 3rd year? Florida State coach needs to be fired. There it is. Florida State needs to flip a switch. Florida State needs to flip a switch and come back to the realization of back when they played long before the ACC, and start gathering as many Florida kids as possible. Get your Georgia kids, get your Alabama kids, get your Tennessee kids. Who's your prediction for the next USC coach? I've said all along, James Franklin. James Franklin is going to be the next USC coach, especially if Penn State loses. They're going to want his head. They're going to want his head now. They're 4-0. 4th year, Nagy's not going to make it long either. But I think the Washington coach is only in his 3rd year. If I were Washington, I would be looking at Bob Stoops. I would like Bob Stoops. He has a tendency to keep. I would like Stoops, yes. He has a tendency of staying somewhere and at least getting the program right. He's not going to jump ship like Urban Meyer would. Urban Meyer's ready to leave Jacksonville already. I truly believe if USC offered Urban Meyer the job tomorrow, he would leave and would go to USC. USC's doing the correct thing. They're taking their time. They're putting the brakes on things, and they may end up getting the correct coach. I'm not saying James Franklin is the best coach. I don't necessarily think that, but I think that's who they're going to hire. I think that's who they'll hire. I think they could get the guy from Oregon. Be great coach. Was it Campbell? I forgot his name. But for Washington, for the football team, I would love to see Bob Stoops. You know, a lot of. And I've been hearing another name out there. How about the guy that left Philadelphia Eagles? The ex-quarterback, and then he was a coach at Philadelphia. He could go to Washington. He wasn't liked in Philadelphia for a few reasons because they had so many quarterback problems. Washington doesn't have a quarterback problem. They just don't have a damn quarterback. They don't have a flux of quarterbacks waiting at the door. But he would be the solution for Washington right now because he has a great offensive philosophy, and generally he brings in somebody around him. He kept a good defense up there. Is Joe Judge in trouble as a Giants coach? Yes, he's got to be, and so is their quarterback. What's up, Arnold? We gave away the game today. Roger Ward wins it. Roger Ward's a winner. My Sundays went great. My Sundays went wonderful. 12th anniversary with my lovely wife. And Matt says Judge may be the first head coach fired. It wouldn't surprise me. I told the wife this on the way home. I said, Jones may get benched. And she thought I was talking about Mac Jones. I said, no. We're talking about Daniel Jones, the ex-Duke kid. Yeah, I don't know where they would go, though. I don't know what direction they would go if they get away from Jones. I'm not necessarily thinking Daniel Jones is the total problem here, but he holds the ball way too long. He holds the ball way too long right now. Daniel Jones is terrible. What about Pete? Brady returned to New England. Brady's returned. Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's going nowhere right now. He's fine. He's fine shape right now. Let me ask you guys this: Who is the rookie quarterback of the year right now in the NFL? Who is the rookie quarterback? What's up, Cleveland baseball fan? Who's the rookie quarterback of the year right now? If it was a rookie, do you think it's Mac Jones? He didn't play so well today, but he has really outplayed. My goodness, man. I mean, the kid from the Jets, he is so scared. I mean, he's running for his freaking life. It's hard to watch him. It's hard to watch him play. I mean, a team that has no offensive line is the Jets. Wilson and Fields haven't done anything to overtake. Yeah, I don't think so either. And kid in Jacksonville's done nothing. No. Yeah. The kid in Jacksonville. I think Mac Jones is ahead too. We may see the kid from San Francisco play 4 or 5 downs tonight. I can't see Lance being that good. I'm with you. I don't think Lance is that good. Trevor Lawrence either right now. Trevor Lawrence has had time in the pocket, guys. I don't know how many people's watched him play. He's had time in the pocket and thrown the ball terrible. Now he's had more time, a lot more time than Wilson has had. Wilson and Fields has had no time to throw it. But Lawrence has been given some time. And that's got to be concerning. That's got to be real concerning for a Jacksonville team that thought, well, we've got our offensive line, we've got our offensive side pretty well set. I always said I didn't think Lawrence would be that good as a pro. Lawrence has all the pro sets, though. He can throw the ball 70 yards off his back foot. He's got the best arm of every one of them. His problem is a lot of times he likes to take off and run, and even if he does, he's not the threat that some of those other guys that can run is. Right now, now Wilson has no protection. You're right. You're right. Don't forget Tuesday night college and NFL picks again this week. Darnold needed a change of scenery. That's all he needed. Darnold needed a change of scenery, get away from the New York press. He's got North Carolina press. He's got guys, he's got NASCAR press around him now. You know, it's terrible. Aaron Rodgers just completed a pass to himself. Yeah, I got a feeling Aaron Rodgers is going to be on his ass a few times tonight. He does not like the pressure in his face. The 49ers are going to put it in his face tonight. I like the Niners. 5.5 is not a lot to give up tonight. Clemson, perhaps the biggest overrated team that we thought this year. There's another team in the top 25 next week I think is going to lose. There's another top 25 team. He's already been on his ass. Yeah, I think he's going to be on his butt a few times. There's going to be another maybe a top 10 team that loses next week. Hang on for that. And I'll tell you a team that's coming out of the ashes that is playing great. They're undefeated and they're not getting any respect. Arkansas. Will Charles Barkley ever be on the Ryder Cup team? How long before Tony Romo becomes the lead voice for NBC Golf? Tony Romo cannot be the lead voice for anything. Yeah. Got Cincinnati beating Notre Dame next week. Oh, really? They got to go into South Bend and do that. Arkansas, Georgia next week. It's going to be some good games next week. Does Georgia have the offense to score with Arkansas? Georgia, they play Vanderbilt. I mean, they whip Vanderbilt. But teams with good defenses, when they play Clemson, they only went 14, 16 on the board. Clemson's not that great a team, guys. Clemson has proven they're not that good. And Georgia only put 14 on the board or 16 on them, something like that, 17. Arkansas has a hell of a chance of winning that game. But, Des, I like Notre Dame in that other ball game. Cincinnati, I think Cincinnati is a lot of toots and whistles. I just think they're going. I think they're going up against a buzzsaw. They need Notre Dame to win out the rest of the way too. With Penn State taking it easy on Villanova, yeah. I think Georgia covered the point spread before halftime. Yeah, they beat Vanderbilt's a bad team. Vanderbilt's a really bad team. No doubt about it. Iowa didn't play so well. Oklahoma. Roger Ward said the Irish will not lose to Cincinnati at home. It's just a matter of how many points. It's just a matter of how many points the press is going to give Cincinnati. I have not looked at it yet, but I'm going to say 4.5. I'm going to say they're going to go 4.5 start of the week. That's what I think. That's what I think the line will be, 4.5. That's going to be tough to take the Irish at 4.5. They're a field goal better than most teams, but 4.5 might be too much. It may only go to 3.5 with the hook, and the hook's that's always a bitch to take. It's always a pain in the ass, but it's tough. Oklahoma's a team's got to bounce down. They got to go down a little bit. Did you think the golf patrons were kind of rude to the European players? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I think European players took it really on the chin, and they took it well. But yeah, Georgia had 8 touchdowns to Vandy's 4 first downs. Oh man, the top five best upsets of all time in college football. Appy State and Michigan has got to be one of them. Appy State and Michigan. That's probably the top. That's probably way up there on the top. But yeah, I didn't think we treated the Europeans very well. They were outclassed this week. They were not going to win. If it, the coach, the captain for the other team had to say that. He said that the crowd was the difference. No. Had they not had any fans out there, let me ask you guys this. Let's say no fans would have been there. Would the Europeans have beaten the Americans this week? It wouldn't have happened. It would not have happened. No patrons at all out there. Nobody. But do you actually see a 7-point flip? No. I don't think so. I don't see that. And to me, that's just something he had to spout it out. He had to say that just to make him look not so bad. But they were just outclassed this week. My God, whoever thought today? Nobody was looking at today and thought, if this one plays real well, this one plays real well, this one plays real well, they can get right back. No. It was only a matter of how bad they were going to get beat today. Georgia State over Tennessee. That's the thing, though. Tennessee's not had a football program in 5 years. Bowling Green's win this past Saturday was pretty big. Yeah, Bowling Green, they played well over Minnesota. Yeah. Minnesota a little bit overrated. I think Minnesota's a little bit overrated. Does Iowa and Penn State play? Or does Iowa and Ohio State play? That might be the game. That might be the game everybody wants to watch. Because Ohio State, which I prefer alternate shot. I like foursomes. I prefer one guy teeing off and then alternate shot. Patriots now 0-2 at home this year. Yeah, they've played a couple of tough teams and they got a rookie quarterback. I said all along they may win 9 ball games, but they may not. They may not win 9. They got the Jets 2 times, right? Penn State and Iowa will be a classic. I think so. Penn State, their defense is really good. Iowa's offense is not bad. Iowa's defense is rather good. Penn State's offense at times is stagnant. It could be a real low-scoring game, especially if it snows. Arkansas, Georgia is the game of the week for me coming this weekend. It should be good. It should be really good. Arkansas has got to get off the high, though. They've been on the high ever since they beat Texas. They beat A&M this week, and now they're going to they may move into the top 10. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Ohio State, no for Iowa this season. Yes for Penn State. Okay. Well, that's where Penn State's going to lose their game. That's where they're going to lose. They're going to lose their game right there. But I still say Ohio State's going to lose another game too. But Penn State's not going to go undefeated, guys. They are in the top 10. New ratings already out. So, Arkansas is in the top 10. They belong there. They belong there. A&M was a bit overrated. Yeah, A&M couldn't score. After the first week, who was that they played the very first week? 10-6, 10-7. What would you have done different if you were Harrington? If I were Harrington, number one, I would not have taken Ian Poulter. I would not have taken Ian Poulter. I would have taken Justin Rose. Okay. Number two, I would have let Bernd Wiesberger play more. I would have let Rose play a lot. Rory McIlroy, he was pissed. He was pissed. They actually put a mic in front of him, and he pushed it away. How do you feel about not playing all 5 rounds? And he pushed the mic away. We're going to see. Well, you may end up seeing that on the Golf Channel before it was over with. But it was somebody from Chicago. It had a WGN facing on it, asking him, "How did you feel about not playing Saturday afternoon?" And he pushed the mic away. He did not want to hear anything. Yeah, Poulter made a big difference as a non-tie. Exactly. Poulter, number one. If you're going to bring somebody in to jive up a crowd, you got to play. Okay? And then look, who is the most protected player on a European team? Friggin' Garcia. Garcia and Rahm played twice and they won 2 points. If you need a bunch of points, why don't you spread them out? Let's put Rahm with somebody that's not winning. Let's put Garcia with somebody that's not winning and see if we can kind of sprout some wins up. They didn't do it that way. Putting Rahm and Garcia together is only worth 1 point. But once you start seeing that they're winning, you need to spread them out and say, okay, you get together with him, y'all win. All right, Garcia, you get together with this one, and you win. It's not worth but 1 point if you keep them together. Harrington did not do anything that I would have done. I would not have kept. I would not have kept some of these guys in there playing the way he did. Paul Casey played his ass off. Paul Casey deserved better. Paul Casey could have got together with Garcia. Okay, Garcia can knock the hell out of an iron. Okay, another guy that probably could have played, Henrik Stenson. Henrik Stenson's been hurt a lot the last year and a half. You find out if the guy's able to play or not. Henrik Stenson has been a mainstay on that team. Some of these guys, some of these kids, Matthew Fitzpatrick, he looked like a deer in the headlights. Great golfer, but he looked like a deer in the headlights out there. He had when he was out there, he looked scared. He had no clue as to, and they had him playing last against Daniel Berger. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. No emotion at all from Poulter. Garcia is really good in this format. Yeah, you got to spread the wealth, man. If you got 2 good teams playing and 2 rotten teams playing, why would you keep your 2 teams playing? Spread them out, let them play. Got out-coached if as possible. I think so. Braves' magic number is down to 5. They got 3 games now with Philadelphia in Atlanta. That could be big time. Haven't watched much Sunday night baseball, so maybe bring on the playoffs. Yeah. Sweet 16 for the baseball Cardinals. Yeah. Cardinals playing really well. Padres are trash dumps after flopping this season. Yeah. I told people I did not like the Padres. I was not a Padres fan. And now think about it. The Dodgers could be one and done in the wild card. They can play a wild card game on a Tuesday and be done. We'll see. Do you think Rahm was fatigued today? I think Rahm had to be tired. I think anybody that plays 5 times, but DJ played 5. DJ played 5, and he got 5 points for him. But I would have played Rahm. You got to keep your horse in there. I would have played McIlroy too, but I would have teamed them differently. Dodgers have struggled in recent playoff matchups with St. Louis. Yeah, they won't have to play St. Louis though. St. Louis. St. Louis will be that's right. St. Louis will be they'll have to go out to California to play. Yeah, 90 holes in 3 days. That's a lot, Keith. You're right. But like Michael Jordan says, he's 56, 57 years old, and he plays 54 a day. Now he rides, but he rides and plays 54 a day. I mean, that's just unreal. Nobody wants to play the Cardinals right now in a one-game playoff. The only problem I see with the Cardinals is this. The Cardinals are hot 2 weeks or a week and a half before the end of the season. They still got, 7 games left? What if in the next week they go 3-4? I'm just saying it could happen. It probably won't. But what happens if the Cardinals go 3-4 over the next 7 games? Go 2-5. Then you're starting to double. Then you're starting to double back and be like, okay, what can we do to bring back that magic touch? It's going to be hard for them to win out. You can't expect that. You can't expect that. Where does Bryce Young rank in the Heisman race right now? Probably up top. The Oklahoma quarterback, he just Spencer Rattler, he got rattled. He got rattled. If I watched the second half of that game, they were lucky to escape at home with a win. I'm serious. West Virginia outplayed them. West Virginia outplayed that team. So many top 20 teams this week, they just rolled over. Iowa didn't take it seriously. BYU didn't play seriously. There's a lot of teams that didn't play for real well. Clemson doesn't travel well anyway. Oklahoma has had a couple scares. Yeah, Oklahoma's not going to go undefeated the way they're playing right now. But my word, are they playing well? Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're playing great. Yeah, they won't win out now. Dallas Cowboys offensive tackle La'el Collins was suspended for 5 games for violating the NFL substance abuse policy. Yeah, that's it's stupidity. Stupidity. BYU and Coastal Carolina, I like them both. Yeah, I like them both too. I wish they played each other. I wish they did. The problem is Coastal was screwed. If BYU wins out, Coastal's not going to be in the playoff. BYU will. BYU barely beat USF last night, but you look at who BYU plays, and then go look at what Coastal played. Who's that Coastal played this week? UMass, 53-3. 53-3. BYU isn't as good as advertised. I still think they're better than Coastal, though. CJ Verdell still playing well. I do not know I don't know how well he's playing right. I have not looked at numbers this week. To me right now, if I've got 4 teams that I got to put in the playoffs, these are the 4 teams for me. For me, Green Bay 10, 49ers nothing. Oh, wow. Top 3 running back. These are the 4 teams I'm putting in the playoffs right now. Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, and Iowa. They're my teams. I realized number 4 won last night. They're not going in the playoff winning 16-13. I'm sorry. If you disagree with me, do tell me. The 4 playoff teams I've got right now, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, and Iowa. If there was going to be 4 playoff teams right now, that's it. I would not take Oklahoma. I'm not against Oklahoma at all. You just cannot lay an egg at home 2 different weeks. I just don't think you can do that. I don't have anything against Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's a very good team. But, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, you guys can tell me. If just put a grade up there if you agree with me, or put a team up there, and then a team that you think should take its place. Okay, but if you agree with me, just throw a grade up there. But Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, and Notre Dame for Roger. Reason I can't put Notre Dame in there, they've had too many close ones too. Notre Dame they've had too many close ones too. That's my only problem with it, Roger. And they don't necessarily – they play Wisconsin and beat Wisconsin bad. But I think on a neutral field, this is just me. I may be nuts. I may be nuts. But let's say they went to the Orange Bowl and played. Let's just say this. They went to the Orange Bowl and played. This. Notre Dame versus Iowa. I like Iowa. I think Iowa's a better defensive team. I think Iowa has more offense. They don't have a running game, maybe but I think Iowa would beat Notre Dame in a neutral site game. I think they would. I may be wrong. Penn State has to be on a short list. Yeah, Penn State's up there. Penn State has to be. You're right. But Penn State has that penchant for losing, just like Oklahoma. They have it. You always got that tripwire in front of Penn State. You just know it's going to happen. You just wonder when it's going to happen. Oklahoma never goes through the regular season and goes to 12-0. They always trip up. Texas A&M used to take them out every year. Oklahoma State, Baylor, somebody, Kansas State, somebody always has beaten Oklahoma. It's always happened. And Penn State, most of the time, their rival Ohio State takes them out. If Arkansas was in the Big 12 or Big 10, they would be a good choice. Oh, yeah, Arkansas, their problem is they weren't even a top 25 team when this season started. Yeah, Iowa and Penn State are honorable mention for me. Okay, you can always count on Georgia to trip over themselves. Yeah, same thing, Matt. That's exactly right. Georgia, Oklahoma, Penn State, you're right. All those teams have a penchant for always finding some way to lose. They always find a way to lose. Georgia can come out the gate 7-0, and you're going to find a team of Florida that's going to be hot, comes in and beats them. South Carolina comes in, kicks the last second field goal on them. You'll never get 3 SEC teams in the current format. No, you won't. You're right. No. Earlier, I was at Walmart, and this idiot shorted himself. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Georgia has to play Arkansas and Florida. That'll do them in. That's going to do them in. I'll bet they lose one of those games. And I'm not sure if all 3 of those teams play each other. I'm not sure Florida's not the best. And I know that's not going to be liked at all. I know Arkansas, they're coming up from the depths. No respect. They're getting a no respect treatment. But Florida, to me, when you put a scare like that into Alabama, we know you've got a good enough team. It just depends on if you're going to Arkansas or you're going to play Arkansas at home. You're going to go to Georgia or you're going to play Georgia at home. Florida is Florida's really good. SEC has 7 or 8 great teams, not just good teams, which is not fair considering 4 teams are in the top. Yeah, SEC teams beat up on each other. That's why you need to expand, because the committee doesn't want to put too many from one conference. You're exactly right, Matt. You're exactly right. Personally, I would much rather, this is me now, I would much rather see a 10-game schedule. 10-game schedule. Be done at Thanksgiving. Now, and have yourself a 16-team playoff. Have a 16-team playoff. 16-1, 15-2, 14-3. A 16-team playoff does 2 things. It allows a team to trip up against division rivals, conference rivals. Okay, you can trip up. But if you lose 2 games in a 10-game span, you don't deserve to be up there. You don't deserve to be, though. You don't deserve to be up there. And then if you get thrown in at number 12 and you're playing one of the big line teams at 5, right? One of the big teams, they're gonna show you what you're worth anyway. And if you are non-conference, if you are a BYU, if you are a Notre Dame, they should force you to play 9 Power 5 teams. 9 Power 5 teams. You can't go if you're Notre Dame, you cannot go play Army, Navy, Air Force, Georgia State, then play USC and a couple other teams. No. Agree with me or disagree with me? That's fine. I'm saying if you cut the schedule to 10 games, you got to cut the cupcakes out. Okay? You got to go on a diet. You got to cut the cupcakes out. You're going to have to eat the real meat and the real potatoes and the real food. No more cupcakes out there. You can have one. But the other 9 games got to mean something. And if you are a team that is a independent, and you can just go play anybody. Yeah, well, I'll play UMass this week. Now I'll play Liberty next week. Look, Liberty's a decent team, but Liberty is not a top 25 team right now. Going to play Coastal is only worth a little bit. Make them play 8 or 9 games out of the Power 5 conferences. That's the way to do it. Bears offense sucks under Trubisky. Bears offense sucks under Foles. Bears offense sucks under Daniels. Bears offense sucks under Dalton. Offense sucks under Fields. Problem is Nagy. How is he not fired? Nagy may be the first coach fired. What if the SEC had their own 14 playoff to get a spot in the NCAA playoffs? See, I don't like that, Keith, because they should not limit themselves to one playoff team. No way. No. If they go to the 16-team route, they're going to have 5 in there. They're going to have 5 teams in the playoffs, especially if they trim down to 10 games. You're going to have to – you can't play every division team every year. You can't play them that way. Two non-division team, 2 non-conference teams, and then 8 conference games. And, you're probably going to have 5 or 6 SEC teams in there. My only problem is this, and this is when I think maybe ping pong balls might be good. Let's say number 16 was a team like Arkansas. There's no way in hell they should have to play Alabama week 1 in the playoffs. I don't think they were. I thought that, they are talking 12 teams. I like your 16 teams. The 12 teams allows the top 4 to take a week off. I like 16 because all of them have to play. Yeah. What if the SEC had their own something like $30 million committed to Dalton, Foles, Graham, and Cohen for this year, and you're surprised the offensive line is shit? Yeah, you're right. You're right. And the same way with so many teams out there. So many teams are playing like shit. They really are. Who is your biggest surprise so far in college? Let's say a team that's supposed to be really good and they sucking ass. They're just like, okay, Rob, this is a team. I can't believe they're playing as bad as they are right now. To me, Clemson. Okay, Clemson came out the gate they were number 1 with the coaches poll for before the season came out. They were number 1 on the coaches poll, and I think there's a chance they may fall out of the top 25 before it's over with. I mean, you do not go from 1 to 29th like that. And it's offensive line and quarterback. It really is. It's offense. Clemson and Wisconsin, yeah. Wisconsin's they've had some problems, though. They've had a few problems, and they're just lingering, it looks like. I didn't think Florida State had fallen so far. Yeah. Florida State, though, to me, You live through this. You live through this storm. You keep your coach in place. Keep him in place. Do not fire him. USC's problem is 3 years and gone. 3 years and gone. And guess what? They have not had a graduating class see the guy that recruited them in 10 years. You can't do that. You can't keep throwing good money and bad money on top of each other. You can't do that. Roger Ward needs to be a moderator. Let's make him a moderator. Yeah. I thought Roger already was. But yeah, Florida State's fallen a long ways. But this is what Florida State needs to do. Recruit, recruit, recruit. Go through your hard times. Go through getting talked about like a dog. Whatever. Keep getting your pat on your back from the president. The president tell you, look, we're paying you $3 million for a reason. And it's not for today. It's not even for this week. It's not even for this month or for this season. You're going to come back here next year, and you're going to have a better team. You keep trying right now. That's all we can ask. The home team must provide the referee with 36 football fields. They will be back in 2-3 years. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I am not by far not a president for a college, but I would keep them there. I would keep him there. I think USC is going to have revolving doors. Revolving doors. Golf is the only sport to be played on the moon. Yeah. Florida State needs to hire Dion. No. He's already run into a couple of tripwires down at Jacksonville State or Jackson State, wherever he's at. Yeah, he does not. He wants to put them on TV as much as he can. He's had them get caught saying bad words on. No. You don't. You don't need that. You need somebody that's going to mop the place up, clean it up, keep it clean, and then let's play a couple of years with the players that you chose, and then let's let them become juniors and seniors, even redshirt juniors and seniors, 3 or 4 years. And now you show us what you can show us. Suppose you are hiring a head coach for the NFL. Do you even look at college coaches? Or do you look at NFL coordinators and position coaches? Or do you look at YouTube jabronis? Definitely look for YouTube jabronis. That's right. What's up, PGat? If I'm hiring a head coach for NFL, yeah, I'll look at college coaches, but I want somebody with a background. Number one, I don't want somebody that's played leapfrog from college to college. I don't want that. Lane Kiffin. I don't want Lane Kiffin. I don't want Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer has always, wherever he's went, has always won. And he's in Jacksonville right now. He doesn't like it. He 0-3, and he does not like it. He should be keeping his mouth shut, making his $8 million, and playing the game. Finish it out. I would rather have somebody like a Bob Stoops. Bob Stoops was a quiet coach. I think he had a great offensive mind. He might even bring his brother, Mike, over from Oklahoma. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I don't want somebody that's jumping job to job to job to job to job coming to my university or to my NFL program. No. That's why if you're USC, why in the hell would you even think about wanting to hire Urban Meyer? Urban Meyer's not going to stay there 3 years. No. Heaviest Japanese-born sumo wrestler. But I like Bob Stoops. Yeah. What if Rob and his subscribers own an NFL team? Number one, this is what we would do if we owned an NFL team, okay? if we owned an NFL team, we would hire a coach, right? And we would tape his damn mouth shut. All right. If Meyer leaves, so they promote Jay Gruden to head coach. I guess they could. I would tape his mouth shut and say, look, get out there and do your job, bro. Go out there and do your job. Okay. Let's say we own the Washington football team right now. Let's just say we own the Washington football team. I would have him in my office tomorrow morning. The first thing I would ask, what the hell's wrong with defense? 43 points. What the hell's wrong with defense? Okay. Our offense is not going to score 43. Fix the defense. Work on the defense. Yeah. Work on the defense. Okay. If the defense can make forced turnovers, our offense then can have a shorter field. 43 points is not cutting it. It's not cutting it. And I don't know what they're going to end up doing about that. Andy Hawkins Turner from Atlanta. Most of the world reckon largest. Coach the team, win games, and keep your pie hole shut. I like that, Roger. I like it. Don't forget, if you do own I in fact got one yesterday. I got this I got a deal. If you in fact own one of these, right? That's what I'm using, right? If you have a webcam, it comes with a microphone. All you got to do is let me know and say, Rob, I can pick college games. I can pick winners. Pro games, I can pick winners. And you're welcome to come on my show. We're going to be on here 7 o'clock Tuesday evening, okay? We're going to try to pick week 5 for college, week 4 for the pros. We're going to find out, is Dallas as good as a lot of people think, or the Eagles with 4.5 points going to do what they have to do? I think the Eagles are better. I think the Eagles are the better team right there. We're going to find out, though. A lot of good games next week, college too. Let me know in advance, and I will schedule you up. I think Tomlin is one of my favorite 3 coaches. Tomlin's a great coach. Tomlin is a great coach. I like a guy from Oakland, Chucky. I like Chucky. I know he never got respect the first time out in Oakland. Gruden, I like him. John Gruden, I like him. I've always liked him. And hell, I like a Baltimore head coach. I like him. I think he's a hell of a coach. And Tennessee's coach is a good coach. You've got some good coaches out there. Harbaugh, John Harbaugh, I think's his name. Yeah, in Baltimore, I like him. I like Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden was okay. Jay Gruden, he wore thin a lot on a lot of the players. There, a lot of the players did not like Jay Gruden, but John Harbaugh in Baltimore, I like his attitude. Tomlin, great. John Gruden is a character, no doubt about it. But you know, Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's okay. He's not my favorite coordinator even. Now, he's not my favorite coordinator. Definitely not a head coach. Coordinator, he can do okay, but I think they could get somebody better. John Gruden, the experiment in Vegas, you know, when they took the guy off the NFL network to become the GM. People laughed at it. The people laughed at it. And I'm thinking to myself, who is better to become a GM than somebody who works on the damn NFL network? It sees the players every damn day. Not just one team, all the players. Right? You know what I'm saying? The Rams head coach. Lynch, yeah. Tomlin, Gruden, and Harbaugh, all good coaches. I think they are too. But yeah, once they got the guy in there, as their not Lynch for the Raiders, for the Raiders. The guy that came off the NFL Network. Somebody can help me out there. It's the Raiders GM, though. And Mike Mayock, that's his name, Mike Mayock. He's a GM, and he was working for the NFL Network. He was the insider, okay? He was the insider for the NFL Network. And the Raiders went and got him. And I'm thinking to myself, people are laughing like, he doesn't know anything about how to run an organization. Number one, he doesn't pay the players. He doesn't pay the players. What he does, he gets in touch with the president and says, look, this player is better than this player at this position. He grades players. He's just like a teacher. He grades the players as the way they do. What's up, Sean? What more could you want from a GM than somebody that knows all the players in the league? Mike Mayock, to me, a pro move for the Raiders, and it's paying off in dividends now for them. Now they may go 3-15, 3-14. They may not win another game, but to me, I think that's a way to go. Somebody that knows the players. Mayock and Gruden are an amazing tandem. I think so too. Yeah. I hate hearing it when somebody says, well, he's not one of those baseball coaches that does it the right way. All right. Joe Girardi. Joe Girardi twice a week has a bullpen game. It doesn't even start a starter and pitches 5 and 6 pitchers. Is that the way to go? To me, every coach has to go with what is given to them. You have to do that. Clemson, Sean, they've hit the brick wall. They've hit a brick wall. Yeah. They won, but they no, except yesterday. Right. NC State beat them. NC State beat them at their own game. Yep. So I hope you guys will join us Tuesday night. Okay. Have not looked on to the NASCAR site yet. Once again, let me show you our photo from the evening there. Me and the wife. We went out to eat Mexican tonight. Had my Ryder Cup garb on, and then dessert. And we finished it off with sopapilla. Sopapillas. So, yeah. Clemson lost a lot of talent, but their defensive side of the ball has not looked the greatest either. Yeah, so Clemson, you can't expect a team to play well every year unless your name is Alabama. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works. Roger Ward, you'll be receiving the package. We'll have it sent off to you in the next couple of days. Till I'll see you again. My name's Rob. Thanks so much for you guys joining us. Don't forget, this next weekend coming up, I will not be on the air. I will not be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to try to get the NASCAR show in on Wednesday, if possible. May have to do a double show Tuesday. We may do a double show on Tuesday. Football picks, college and pro, followed by a NASCAR show. We'll see what happens in Vegas tonight. I hope you guys have a great, great rest of your evening. I still say the 49ers come back and win this ball game tonight. God bless. Be good. And thanks again for the anniversary wishes. We appreciate it. God bless. Bye-bye, guys.